I forgot I was playing music. So it's been a while since I streamed. I took a little break. Probably for the next 2 weeks, going to be streaming quite a bit more. I spent today working on this, or part of today, working on this. I'm starting a new strategy, essentially, is like really play to the AI's strengths. And I feel like it's taken me a while to unlearn some patterns because I keep going back to the original pattern when you're programming of not duplicating code. And this is causing me to try to like span logic across file. Kind of like if you're a human, right? You're gonna have some file that you're constantly going back to, and you're reusing a lot of the logic and maybe adding some special cases here and there. But what I found is that the when it's reading, the context length is very limited. Like it says it can handle, but its performance degrades very easily. So the AI is like really powerful at coding. In general, it can do a lot of things. But I think in general, you shouldn't be afraid to duplicate code if you're doing this strategy of, if you're a sole dev, the AI can code a lot faster than you for a lot of um, complex things. So in order to really utilize its capability, you shouldn't be afraid to duplicate code. So as an example, so oh, this is interesting. That's funny. Okay, so I'll fix that. But essentially, like, what am I doing that's different from before? Like, why am I'm making a lot more progress today. There's been quite a few times in the past, like, 2 weeks. I mean, specifically before I took the break there, where I got stuck, right? And I've been kind of reflecting on that. Like, I got stuck on the keyframing for many days, and I got close, but it was such a grind. Granted, not quite as much of a grind as it would be to code this yourself, but enough of a grind that it left me a little frustrated. Um, and one of the problems is I keep trying to do this. I keep trying to use the same files, integrate more and more logic between the same files. But instead, what I should do, sorry, instead, what I should do is create separate branches. And what I mean by that is like, if you look at this code, I mean this section here, for every new feature, I'm literally copying a lot of code and branching it completely out. And yes, it does affect the user experience somewhat, right? Like now these are all on separate pages. They're going to be, but the benefit is I'm able to make progress way quicker. So because it's not having to read much code, right? Like the motion animation stuff is completely granular, completely separate from this other code. And this is the same thing I'm going to do for keyframing. It's the same thing I'm going to do for every feature. I'm going to, as much as possible, segregate the logic for the feature. And if I do that, then I find that I get good results. And the problem with keyframing is I kept trying to make it work with our current system. But instead, I should really find every opportunity to separate because I'm playing to the strengths of the other. Anyways, so I added this. My plan with this project here is plan is to start making videos with this. And there's a lot of these YouTube videos that they're using animations and um kind of like they're sort of like educational videos almost. Like there's a lot of these videos where it's like how do games make, how do games make the world and stuff like that? How do games optimize? How do game engines work? Things like that. And I was thinking like, okay, if I can make a video like that using a bunch of animations like this, um, that would be a proof of concept that this is useful. So that's my strategy. And this is going to be a long project, right? Because I'm not only going to make a bunch of animations, and I'm kind of using these videos as inspiration for what animations to start creating. But then I'm going to work on a this video editor thing. It's going to be a very, very basic video editor to supplement the animation stuff. And the reason why I'm not using an existing video editor is that I want the user experience to be very, very simple. So I just want to have kind of similar to what I'm doing here. Like I have like just a few modifiers, and it's a way to just it's like targeting a very specific person that doesn't need a lot of what Blender has to offer. Like, okay, they might need to optimize their model, and then they go to that animation. Anyways, that's kind of what I'm doing. Cool. So, uh, I just got the export working for this. I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make these not sliders. I'm going to remove sliders everywhere on the project because I found that it's just while it looks nice, it's kind of a pain. Like I just kind of want to type the number because sometimes it's also beyond what the slider can go to. Um, I don't really know of a way to fix that. I mean, there's always going to be a maximum with the slider, and it kind of depends on the size of the model. I guess you could make it a multiplier, multiplier. Yeah, that's true. You can make it a multiplier instead of units. Like then I could keep the slider. So instead of 5, would it be like percents, right? But I think before I do that, I'm going to make it so you can choose which direction. So camera should be where it's dropping to. Also, okay, many things actually. Firstly, okay, I already committed. But firstly, let's add the lighting, the same lighting that we have in the editor to here. And also, something I learned, kind of expanding on what I was talking about before, I'm literally duplicating so much code. And although it's kind of a pain to do it, like internally, or like you don't want to do it, it's making the process much quicker because I'm literally duplicating all of the animation player code. But the reason why that's working so well is now the AI doesn't get confused by all this other stuff that's there. Like, it's just very bad at saying, "Oh, this is not related to what we're doing." It's just the context length stuff. So duplicating the code and being open to that is speeding up the workflow here. Right. So let me make this bigger. And there's another thing too, animation, or it's motion. So, you know, another thing I'm going to have happen with these motion animations is that you can just select which mesh and then you can apply like a flip animation, a rotate animation, basically everything you'll need for kind of explainer videos where it's like I was watching this one on explaining how semiconductors are made. Essentially, it's rotate, flips, drops, and oh yeah, and like where they like take apart everything. It's like an accordion or something. I don't know what you call that. All right. This is a pretty simple task, so I'm going to switch to Gemini. Oh, it's sitting in a environment. This is what I'm talking about. Like, as soon as we're reading enough code, then it just breaks down. Look how long animation. It's taken me so many times to learn this. Keep getting. See, it's using the. I think it's just getting a little confused. So reject this. Make sure I'm not going crazy. It is not the same, right? Modifying actual. That's a bug. But I'm not going crazy, right? The lighting is different. There we go. Yeah, I mean, this is really bright. Also, we're missing one mesh. The lighting is good enough. Uh, the fuck? I still have 41 seconds. 41 seconds left. I thought I was moving really slow for some reason. That is insane. I'm fr- Wow, that's wild. Alright, should be done. Alright, problems with playing chess is now. Right. Okay, well, I still don't see the. I'm actually going to use. I want it to be only the helmet that. And one thing though is I want it to be kind of like a rotating. So there should be another toggle that's basically like rotates cinematically. And one thing though is I want it to be kind of like a really loud. Okay. So it rotates everything really slowly the whole time. Like it doesn't speed up or slow down. My goal with this is to have tons of config options. So people feel like, well, first of all, they can, even if they're not going to use an animation from this, they can experiment and figure out what animation they want with their game or video or something. And it could also just be a good thing to ideate with, like, okay, I have a see here. It's possible. Yeah, it hasn't actually updated. A big drop. Not too big. Another. I wonder if I play better when I'm streaming. You know it's recorded. Yeah. He moves the okay. Wait, what? What you doing? Oh, he's low rated, I guess. I'll play one more. I think I'm not moving fast. Sort of the this could work. Okay. Little simple tactic, but he sees it. there's still another tactic, which you might not see. Oh, you saw it. Oh no, I am in trouble. Oh, that was me. I missed it. Right. All right. Bullet mode. Well, this is just a draw. Nice. All right, cool. Jesus. Wow, it made a lot of changes for this. So let's see if it works, I guess. Nice. Okay, if I remove this, it's gonna... Because you notice there's like a large pause it added. Oh no, okay, so it seems like the cinematic rotation is adding... I'm gonna push though, it's pretty good. Yeah, this will be pretty good. I'm gonna add it to... Oh, now it's not even doing it. I'm trying to figure out... Because I'm gonna want the whole thing to rotate, but I just want the helmet to come in. Yeah, I think the continuous rotation will be always all meshes. Let me apply it again. See, there's a little bit of jitteriness that happened there. Try to make it as smooth as possible. Yep. Gonna sack it because I don't know. Just have a good feeling. Uh, that situation. I have to fix the. The next thing is like I should be able to select. We gotta add a new tool, mesh selector or something. But before we do that, let's maybe do one more thing. Every time I change something here, it should automatically apply. You need to click every time. Probably don't need to remove the button yet. I think this is an easy fix. I'm gonna push. Okay, I already did. Cool. While it does that, I'm gonna play another. Erase. Oh no. I might still win. I can do. Um, he's got to block it though. It's gonna be maybe a little tricky. I can also take this. Oh no. And now he's in a little bit. I do. It's over actually. let me move the button too. There's enough time. That's it. I think I'm gonna reload this. Okay. I think this is a little tricky because there's just so many of them. Each one of these has to have kind of like an event that fires or something. Um, if it's too tricky, I'll just leave it for now. I get this pawn, right? That doesn't make sense. Now I stop him from castling too. Uh, So now he can't castle. So now he's in a little bit of trouble, I think. Oh, well, he can do that, yeah. But, let's see here. Is better. Oh, shit. Castle. He's way behind on time, so I probably so I make some mistake with his. But overall, oh shit. Oh my god, bro. Joking a little. But it's okay, we got plenty. Alright, let's see that. Jesus. Okay, now let's try changing something. If I oh, for some reason when I checkbox it removes it. Opposite. Let's say I change this. I think that is working. What about the duration? Nice. So what if I change this? Yeah, that's working too. All right, cool. Yeah, these are all working. I think the only one is this cinematic. Wait, what? Oh, so that works pretty well. Wait, again. This is my new workflow. It is slightly inefficient. It's more fun. Castles are ready. On. I would say that is okay. So I am going to move here because I want a castle. If I break it open. I take. Yeah, I mean, a lot of mistakes there. I could have won that pretty easily. Silly. Ooh. Um, let's see. I don't know if it's in drop animation though, to be honest. Kind of seems. Let's check if it's. Wait a second. Oh, oh, nice. I think it fixed it. Oh, oh, it's still backwards though. I play while I wait. Let me get to 1700. I was close one time, but I just like lost in it. Uh, yeah, probably should castle. I could have hackers. I don't know what. Sometimes I just do something. This I'm doing a little attack here. Thing is, as I climb the ranks, I can't. But it's like I can take. That was not good. I'm gonna move my king around because. Sorry. All right, let's see if this works. It's still backward. Yeah, this is kind of a minor problem. Not really too. I'll probably just, if it can't figure it out, I'll just I'll play another. I'll do something weird again. Yeah. See those little tricks? They work sometimes. Wait, is this working now? Nice, this is working now, so that's good. Does look a little weird though. Thing changed. Did it change the drop animation? No. Oh, it's this. Oh no, it's not this. It's this here. Off this. Okay. I don't know. Right, that kind of works. If I turn on the rotation. Yeah, hey Chow, how's it going? Yeah, I took a little break, but I am back and I will be streaming again. I kind of had this idea of I'm doing different kind of animations instead of just like these morph things or sculpting things. It's going to be more like I was watching these YouTube videos where they explain concepts like how semiconductors work and stuff like that, and they have all these different animations. So I was thinking like maybe this tool could also be for things like that, because it this could we could definitely do something like that where it's just a bunch of these simple motion animations that you can easily apply to stuff. And so this is the first one. It's gonna be a drop. I think I know why it's a little janky right now. Because we have a duration, and then we have this. And that's a little weird because the delay might not fit because it depends on the amount of meshes for it to fit within this number. So I think maybe we should move this. Or maybe yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm thinking this is gonna be on the front page there. So, but instead of like all of it, all of the suit, it's gonna be just probably the head, like the headpiece coming down. And then it will be on the front, and it's gonna replace the robot, which kind of doesn't look very good, this one. So it'll be like rotating and then that helmet will come down. That's kind of what I was thinking. And also I'm gonna make it so there's a lot of stuff to do, honestly. Like I'll show you what it is right now. I'm adding all these buttons here. Doesn't look very good right now, but this will be the different types of animations uh, you can do. You're right, though, it is the Iron Man. You can also optimize the model too. Like if I um, remove vertices, I actually can't do it on this model though, because I am limited by just if there's multiple meshes, then it gets really complicated. So I have to basically it has to be a pretty simple model for me to do this part. But I can optimize the texture. So yeah, I made this. This is what I've been working on for. I probably spent, if I had to guess, maybe 100 hours on this, maybe a bit less, maybe 80. The goal with this is to add a bunch of easy to do animations. So I'll show you what else. I can't do these morph animations on complex models, but I can show you what I can do on simple models. So if I select something, I can add a bunch of simple sort of whoa. It appears I broke something in the past few commits. That sucks. All right, so I gotta go figure out what we. So one of these commits I must have modified maybe the editor or something. Yeah, it's probably this one. I can show you on the actual site though. So it's you want to check it out. This is the site, but so you can apply like cloth stuff. You can see his head's kind of moving. And it's based on what you select. So you can select whatever region of the model, and then you can apply some uh, vertice changes. And then you can use this in like a game or some sort of um, like film or something. Because After Effects supports 3D models now, so you can actually bring it into some video editor. So you can make them look up or down. The reason it looks a little weird is because I didn't select everything. So I gotta go back. If I choose this tool, it's easier. So I can select the whole thing. Yeah, that's basically it. Like not all like this is up. I guess that would be down. That's like, what are you doing? Question. I don't know. But yeah, you'd have to play around with it to get exactly what you want. Um, this one's kind of cool. It's like a weavy thing. I'll probably spend a little time figuring out how I broke the morph stuff. On this is my local. These are my local changes. I'm curious if I use this selector. Is it? Oof. I broke a lot of stuff. Yeah. I thought I was keeping it somewhat. It's gotta be this one. It's gotta be. I don't really see anything in here though. It's just logging. Unless it's this one. Oh, also this. Oh, okay, it's definitely this. Well, we might just try to fix the errors by plugging it in. Oh, what the heck? Why did it just work? That's good. Means it's not totally broken. All right, breaks. Use the other tools and then use the lasso. So that's it. I think this is actually not. So if I just use the lasso, it works, I think. Oh, why did it work before though? Very strange. Can't even be loading this scene part in. Player scene. It's like fireman or something. Are there any errors? Okay, no. So we know it's this commit, like 100% this. Not 100%. Pretty sure. I'll read it real quick. The reason I'm not just plugging into AI is because the problem is so vague, and that this is something that spans multiple files. Collections. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Chow. Like, this could be something just for people who don't really care. Like, Blender is so amazing. Like, you can do so many things. It's legitimately crazy what you can do with it. But at the same time, because it's so amazing, it's extremely difficult to do, not extremely, but difficult to do simple things. Like, if I want to optimize a model, I can't just like select and then just like click a button. It's like probably 10 clicks. I gotta go in this special section. I gotta do edit mode, and then I have to. Well, first of all, I have to find it, right? Like finding where I can do this is hard. Like, and it's called decimate. Like, uh, I won't know what that is unless I like research about it. Why are there vertices over there? There's vertices like off the world. All right. Sure. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I could. I guess I have Godot installed. I've never actually imported a model into Godot, but so let's see if I. Oh, I think I'd probably do it in the files, right? I'll look it up because I don't really know. The way I've been testing it is this is how I test it. I usually just do it with well, you can either do it just programmatically with 3GS, or you can go on model viewer, and then you animation view. I'm not sure if this shows the animation. Nice. So you can see the animation is stored here. And as for playing the animation like in a Godot project, let's maybe just figure that out because it's probably good to know anyway. Like, is the way that I'm doing this? I imagine it is working, but I haven't tested it yet. So, how to import PLP file in? I'll just ask AI. I don't know why. My chair is like fucked. Place your directory, dragging it into the file system. Yeah, that makes some sense. So the way I would do it is I would open up the Godot project. I'm gonna find it real quick in my files. And we'll link it. I don't see it, so I gotta go clone it from my phone. This is the repo I have. Going to clone. Okay, now I'm going to open it with my cursor. I imagine I just put it in assets. Once I export the model, you'll get a file, excuse me, with the animation. So I just put it here. I want to load in this drop animation PLB and play the animation in the file. I want it to be in the spawn area. Okay. The AI to create videos of humans performing a task from an image. Yeah, you can. Oh, you weren't asking. You're asking. We're saying. Yeah, yeah. I would say right now we can generate 3D models from images and do all that stuff, but the animation part is kind of lacking. Like, there's no real tool, for example, that I can use to easily put a skeleton, like rig up a model, and then attach the skin to the skeleton. My tool doesn't do that yet. I'm trying to figure out how to do it, but there's just I feel like it's kind of an not unsolved in the sense that we can't do it, but unsolved in the sense that like no one has created a model for it yet. Like, I think you need to spend quite a lot of money training. You need a lot of data on how to do that. But hopefully, there was this one that they open source part of it, and they claim they're gonna open source the rest. And as soon as they do, then I will use it in my project. The only thing is it's a little expensive. It's going to be probably 10 cents a query. I think that's what the AI was saying. But once they release the whole thing here, both the skeleton and the attaching the skin to the skeleton, then I'm gonna put it in this animator tool. And then I think this is gonna be a good tool. Like, for everyone. Right now this is kind of a niche tool. Like, if you need some morphing, some position animations, but you haven't rigged your, I think it's still useful, but it's once it has the rigging and stuff, then it's like, okay. But that will be a paid feature because it will be expensive to have available. So it looks like they loaded it in. So let's go ahead and try it out. Did I open the right project? Oh, I'm not open up project. Open scene. if I close and reopen it, I can choose what I'm opening. All right, I don't see the model anywhere, but I also don't see any errors, so could be somewhere. Maybe it spawned at like 000 or something. I'll ask it to. This is kind of my trick when you can't see something. Just ask it to size it up. It's not really much of a trick, but see it also makes sure to put it near our spawn at 000. But there's no errors, so in theory, load it in. Debugger. Oh, here it is. Not really much of an error. Like, doesn't really tell us anything. Oh, there's a stack trace, right? Well, it's not even actually, we shouldn't do this one. I wonder if I have to, like, rebuild. What is this? I don't know, some weird stuff's going on here. But we'll see if it works, I guess. If it works, might need to do a little research about like adding assets. Oh, that might do something. What is that? The cube? Okay. I imagine there's an error or something. That's alright, we'll run it. Just checking if it's there, I guess. So I imagine it added this cube as like a debug thing. Alright, I'll run it again, I guess. Yeah, it scaled up this cube. For some reason, that cube is animated. I think this is useful to know, even if I, just to know, like in the future, how to do this. So I'm just gonna continue. I should probably ask, like, really? Oh, see, I would have never freeze. I would have never found that. That's if that's the problem, that there was some special character or something in the file name. Would have been very confused for a long time. Probably not going to run a command I don't understand, so I'll just rename it myself. Oh, it's args. Ah, fine. I wonder if this is required, that you gotta create, like, an import file with your asset? Okay, I'll try it now. Oh, that's, interesting thing to know. Ciao. So we need some other thing to attach it, some character body with the but I think we're still getting the same error, which means it's not able to load it. Something's going on. I think what we should do is, maybe add a model that didn't go through the animator, just to verify that it's not the animator. And it's just related to the GLB, like, or like the process of importing something. I'll probably add another asset here. And we'll just plug in. Yeah, this is an asset. Then run through the animator. Interesting. I see it's actually loading in some animation or something. Because that's actually roughly right what it's doing, but for some reason it's not able to show it visually. That means it must be loading it in somehow. Because it's doing the right, roughly the right movement. Oh, unless the AI hallucinated something because it's like, its name's drop animation. Oh yeah. Yeah. So never mind. It didn't. So let's try something. So try loading in the. I'm checking if. Did I ask it if I needed the character body thing? Yeah, I did. Okay. I should do this for everything. Like also After Effects, I should maybe install a trial and try it out. Put the model in, see how easy it is. And then maybe on the website there can be like a little tutorial or something. Just for how to do whatever you're trying to do. Easily put the model in. All right, let's see if it worked. If it works with this, then we know maybe something's wrong with the model itself. Looks like it also didn't load in that model either. Yeah, see, we got the same error here. Failed to load the resource. Oh, this is kind of a new error, I think. Without going oh wait, the model can't be loaded directly without going through the Godot editor first. I see. That's important to know. So maybe this is one of those things like you actually have to load it in via the editor. Yeah, that could be maybe. Let's try it out. So if I load in here. Ah. And I rerun it. We're getting some different errors, so that's good. So I think that's the issue, right? You have to import it directly in the editor. It's doing some weird stuff though. It's trying to like modify the limbs or something. There's no limbs. Why is it create? I am curious. So okay, so when I added it here, is it here? Oh yeah, see. The assets are here. So maybe also just not really using its assets. That. So it created some placement, I guess. Did we get the same error? See, I don't think we got the error related to the loading in problem. Like you can't see it? All right, I'll make one. I wonder if the model's inside this blue part. Possible. All right, this is proving to be a little tricky. I wonder now that we've imported it here, we might need to change the path. Now let me look at the file. Let's maybe remove this path here. Aha, got it. Look, right, cool. Now let's uh, try doing the animated model. I'll make sure first. For every one of these things, I can maybe. I think it crashed or something. It is a big model, but you'd think Godot could handle the model. Because it's got like 100 meshes or something. Oh, what the heck? Why is there so many? Oh, these are all the textures. Interesting. All right. Let's first check that it loaded. Whoa, lag. Oh my god. Well, that's kind of cool. I think I saw that it was moving. Was it already playing the animation? Like, did it just play it once or something? No, I think, okay, it's not. So let's go ahead and play the animation. His ear is off his head. some reason. Oh, nice. Okay, let's try it out. Ah, hell yeah! Look at that. That was pretty easy. Cool. Nope. I'm pretty stoked about that. So you just like just plug it in. You got to put it through the editor, but then after that, it's pretty easy. Ask the AI to make some code to play it, and the code is pretty simple here. Just get it. Just animation, get animation, play. Cool. I'm gonna go get a coffee. But ciao, if you're using Godot, that's how you do it. I imagine Unity's probably similar. Just make sure to go through the editor. I think probably the same process, roughly. I'll be right back. Yeah, thanks for the suggestion, Chow. That was good to do. Just kind of see that works. And my kinda plan with this is just to if I can make it useful enough that I start using it for stuff, like, I start making some videos with the animations or the making a maybe add it to the game, then, then it should be useful for others in my plan. But it's gonna take a while for it to have enough animations, I think. The right now, it's pretty simple. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the other project, try to figure out a bug. Hopefully, it doesn't take too long. I don't want to see if, simplest solution. I don't wanna do that one. Okay, so I lassoed. A lasso small. 'Cause it worked one time, so I'm trying to figure out why it worked. It's worked. Why? So whatever the difference was between when it works and when it doesn't, that's will help nail down the so, I mean, the only other thing I did, I think, is select more. Yeah. See, look at that. There's, vertices. Oh, I see what's going on. Oh, I see what's going on. Yeah. So this is simple. Um, it's selecting the vertices of the environment. That's funny. Probably just gonna okay, I'm looking. I think we were in a good state. How's it doing? That's kind of smart. I'm not sure I want the last one. What is this? Environment cube. I just totally broke my selection tool. This is a pretty large change for this. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it. Let me think here. Wait. So we know it wasn't selecting those vertices before. Why is it doing it now? Definitely shouldn't in this. What? What vertices are there? I guess there's some environment vertices. The default. Yeah. Oh, that's smart. I think that actually will work. Oh, that's great. Oh, guess it didn't work. Just to make sure it didn't work, I'll reload it. Oh, hell yeah. All right, cool. Nice. Make sure, but cool. But I need to make sure that it still works with the multiple meshes because that's very important. This took a lot of work, the multiple mesh stuff. It was very challenging to do some of this stuff with this. So I had to take a break. Like this, it sucked. But so I'm gonna check if I know these tools won't work with the multiple mesh. Oh, these actually work still? Nice. Sure, but okay, yeah, yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, these tools don't work because we made some changes with how selection works. So let's go ahead and fix that. Yeah, so once I get these two done, okay, let's see if one shot at that. Cool. I'm gonna reload it just in case. Oh, cool, that worked. That was fix. But I am curious about something. This will work with that one. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I expected. I should make it autoplay. I'll maybe do that right now. Yeah, so uh, I was just talking to my girlfriend. I think that is something I should do right now. Is like you can choose which direction the comes in at. Do it, dude. Don't waste my credits. Don't appreciate that. Oh, we're getting close. I said autoplayed. That fixes that. So now let's add a few more config options. So number one, the direction that it comes in at. That was another thing I want to do. Forgot. What does this do? Right. I don't even know what that means. Slight tilt. Okay, all right. See, is it done? Yeah. Oh, that's actually cool. That's a cool effect, actually. It only applied on after I unchecked it, though. I like that. That's cool. That's cool. That's really cool. This massage chair is real. I really like this tilt effect or whatever. That's neat. There should be a setting that's like there should be a setting that's like the first mesh. Maybe you can. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, you can choose how many meshes mesh I do the animation. Like if you didn't select any, I like that. I'm gonna add that. All right, let's see if this worked though with the bug fix. Do this. Nice. That's working. Hard to tell. Oh, but I really like the idea of so the idea here is like you could have a few stationary, kind of like the Iron Man effect thing. That'd be kind of cool. Actually, I might do that for the homepage. Is like the guy is there and then the armor comes on him. I think that's kind of cool. Comes off. And then there's going to be this rotation. And then I guess I'll choose the. I'll add a direction too. Let's see if it understood what I was saying though. Also, did I commit? Let me make sure. Stationary count. Nice. I have a feeling it's gonna do it slightly wrong though. It's gonna put it at the top of the drop at the bottom. All right, let's see if I put in one. Change it to apply. Oh, I see what it's doing. It's keeping this mesh. It's actually right. So let's go ahead and change the drop order. I'm just curious if I set this to be like 5. This is pants. Alright, but there should be some way you can, like, quickly just slide through which one you want, because it might not be in order, right? So, like, even if you set to 1, you might just wanna be able to quickly, like, scroll through the meshes somehow. I don't really know what that would look like, though. Maybe, like, some drop down or something? That's probably what you should do, but not really sure, like, if you had a lot of them, would work. Like, if you had 5, trying to keep stationary. I mean, one option is you can click somehow. But I wanna keep it really simple. I'm just thinking about what I'm gonna do for the homepage. I think it could be, like, maybe okay, it's, like, spinning around, and there'll be one animation with all the armor coming off and coming and then maybe just the helmet coming off. That's, like, different. I feel like that'd be cool. Alright, but we have to first figure out how to do this. Okay, maybe once you select, okay, I want 10 that are stationary, and you go through, it'll, like, create all the UI, and you can select. It's not very simple, though. I don't really like. This is the simplest way to do it. It's a little stupid, but I think it's fine for now. So you basically, when you wanna, most people won't have more than, this is a pretty big model, so probably won't have more than 10 meshes. I don't know why sometimes the meshes disappear related to this delay ratio. Alright, that works, but it's pretty stupid, but that works. Alright, for some reason those are disappearing. But I think it should only randomize if you click, this should be a button instead of a check mark. Why is it deleting itself sometimes? Okay, it's just that one's kind of cool. This is the one I was kind of thinking originally. All right. Okay, now let's add this rotation thing. Oh, all right. I need to fix it so it doesn't. Instead of a checkbox, it shouldn't be random every time. Oh, big file is good. Oh, it's not rotating the stationary one. We have to fix that. All right, cool. So put this to 1. Right, but let's. Okay, let's just. Oh, it's still generating. Okay, it's actually kind of working. Cool. Obviously, that's not a very good user experience, I would say, but it sort of will do the job. Oh, I see it's even changing the selection. I can actually see. Hold on. Oh, what am I doing? I'm just realizing this is. You should just be able to put in the index, the stationary meshes, comma separated or something. What a silly. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So it's like, you don't need to guess. You don't need to click it like 10 times. All right, that makes. Now we probably don't even need a stationary meshes part, just the stationary. It should probably be a little more clear. Like stationary mesh indices. Okay, and then after this, we'll do the direction. So like which area they're flying out of. All right, let's try this out. So if I do 1, 2, that's the auto apply was never really working. Right. Okay, cool. The 2. Let me make sure the comma separated works. 2, 1. Cool. Great. That's pretty good. Oh, great. Now I could just make it so the helmet comes down, which is originally what I was thinking. All right, so now I'm going to make it so the stationary, it's still. And yeah, so for the home page here, for the home page, I'm just going to do probably rotate. The guy's rotating, the armor comes in, the head comes off, and then the head comes back in or something. Or maybe it's just like it's rotating, the armor comes in, and it keeps rotating, and then the helmet comes in a little later or something. And obviously, it's going to replace this, whatever this is. What? Freaking. Okay, so let's apply it. Nice. Okay, so let's try it with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just his pants. I know, I want his pants. All right, perfect. It's just the helmet, but oh right, and then I set this to 0. So, see if that works. Nice, cool. Um, I guess we put the bounce to this. Oh, nice. No bounce, I think. It was still a slight bounce there. That's pretty cool. I mean, the only thing is a slight bounce, so I'll just ask it to fix that, I think. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So my plan here is like, it's going to be 2 animations. I think right now it won't work putting 2 animations in one file. This one, but I haven't really tested. Also, I think the left ear is disappearing. I don't really know why it does that. No errors or anything. Alright, so it's oh, now I have to redo it. I'm gonna switch to curse cloud. So when it says 0, yeah, see there's a slight bounce there. It's close, but finished. Okay, let's see if it works now. There's still a slight bounce. That sounds like a complicated change, so I'm not really sure what steps would. Yeah. Oh, that looks kind of. But if I change it to this, is it gonna still do what it did before? Oh yeah, that's cool. So you have like 2 different types. This is more like a path. All right. So let's do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I broke my stationary thing. All right, so I'll probably reject. I kind of like it. I'll just do 1. Oh shoot, I didn't commit the stationary into C. Oh, alright, so I'm probably gonna go back. I don't really I'm gonna go back to here. Reject you. Hey man, how's it going? You I wonder if when I restored the checkpoint, yeah, I guess it just removed the well, it wasn't working before, so it was just taking that. That's see if that worked. I'm good, XQ. How are you? Nice. Okay, good. This is the important part, so I'm glad this works now. So let me just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Okay, 7, I guess. Bounced. Yeah, I'm using Cloud and Gemini. I kind of switch back and forth. I'm just, I think Gemini is better for precision, trying to make a really direct change. And Cloud is better for, I think, writing most other things. And Gemini's better if you don't want a yes man. Like if you're trying to figure out something and you don't know the exact way. Gemini's definitely better for that because Cloud just kind of agrees with whatever you say. So if you're like suggest something, they'll be like, okay, we'll do it that way. Gemini will tell you if it's. Like I said, I think they're better. They're good for different things. They kind of have their own personalities, which is funny. One is they all do. Grok has their own like how they interact with you and what they're good at. Like I said, Gemini's better for targeted changes in the code and like you're trying to solve like a pesky bug. I find Gemini's usually better. Whereas Cloud's can be better at writing lots of code and most other things. I think Cloud is better. We have to figure out why one of these is disappearing. One of the meshes is disappearing. Comes down. I think it's related to. Oh yeah, see, look. I think it's the first one that comes down disappears or something. I'm gonna verify that. So if I let's say I remove this, right? This is the first one coming down, right? So it seems like one of the meshes always disappears. But before we do that, I'm gonna commit because stationary. Yeah, I'm curious if we'll be able to solve this. I have no idea what it is. No error. XQ, if you don't mind me asking, why do you remove all your messages for fun? I tried to register in Cloud AI and it didn't work. Oh, weird. Why do you have to use a VPN? Is it just required? Maybe they're not available and all. Well, I am in the US, I guess. Do you have to so you're basically saying like you're using a VPN because it's not available in your region and for some reason they kind of blocked you or something? I'm gonna play another chess game while I wait. Oh, I'm playing horrible this game. It's okay. It happens. Let's see if it worked. Okay, so if I apply the animation, okay, okay. So still, I'm not surprised. This seems like one of those bugs that's a little weird. Might just reject these last changes. I guess I can go ahead and logs here. Go to streams, YouTube. Yeah, I like Grok. I haven't tried GenSpark yet. I don't even know what that is. I haven't heard of this one. I don't think they're not a model, right? It's like a agent, kind of like Evan or something. Yes. Try reloading, and I think I'll probably just leave the bug for now. Or try to even start. Have to do a bunch of prints or something. Okay, so when I'm like this, right, I don't see any meshes disappearing. Oh wait, is the ear still disappearing? Oh yeah, see, look, the ear is still disappearing. When I uncheck this, it should just all come in at the same time. So this is a bug too, right? Like, I'm gonna reject these. Oh, it is. It's just it doesn't work with the auto apply. This is the same bug because it's this. Here's I use Grok 3, Cloud, Gemini, and that's basically it. I'm looking forward to some cheaper models that are good. And that's basically it. Yeah, the DeepSeek is much cheaper, and I think they're coming out with a new model soon. So I'll be looking forward to that. I'll use it if it's as good. Right now, actually, let's go ahead and check. I haven't checked in a while. I haven't checked Chatterina, so yeah, O3 is definitely not the best. So I guess they're all tied. Yeah, this is not right. So I kind of wonder if this is one of those scenarios where it's like the what was it, Goodhart's law, where you have like a measurement, a benchmark, and then all the companies learn how to kind of exploit it or whatever, or they're training to the benchmark or something. I don't know, but whatever it is, these are definitely not the best because the 4.0 is not good. It's not good. Right? O3 definitely not, and neither is the Flash. for coding. So I don't know. Don't really know why. Good to know. Probably won't rely on the. I'll play a chess game while I'm waiting for the new generation. Cloud is always kind of slow. Once you've used it for a while. I wonder if it's also cursor throttling or something. I don't know what I'm doing, man. Bad. Right, hold on. Okay. Trouble. So not great. Bug. Why that? Why XQ? Why you remove? Why you were messing by or something? Yeah, I'm probably not gonna probably give my number. I'll see now it's another one. That's actually might be better. I feel like I haven't really given enough to debug this. I don't think it actually applied any. See? I'm pretty sure if I set it all. Yeah, see now XQ, why are you removing all your messages? So strange, man. You're like asking me for my number and then you remove your message. Pretty. Let's try it again. Damn. Okay. We know it's related to when it freezes. Yeah, we know it's related because it's doing it every time it hits directly at the end of the drop. Might be in the files too. Good. Bottom. Yeah, let's see. Where was this pause thing? Hey, XQ, I can't help you, man. I don't really know how to help you there. Maybe just try another VPN, maybe. Don't really know. Nice. Okay, good. Good. Nice. Cool. All right. So let's go ahead and remove all of it. Nice. All right. And now what we want is the 3, 4, 5, 6. Zero again. I can just go into cluster. I'm gonna set it myself to 5. Oh, I set it to 0. Immediately bouncing up. There's no rest. So we know that was originally why the bounce kept going. Be able to modify it. I can actually. Add, I don't know. Right. Oh, cursor. God, I gotta work it. Okay, good. I use Gemini. Fair enough. Oh, he has a much higher rank. I should have won that though. Alright. The loading, jeez. The reason I'm doing this, I'm changing duration to speed, is because I think it's pretty, like pretty hard to implement this. Like, got delays and pauses, and then it has to fit all that within the duration. Just a little weird. You deny one change, it denies all of the changes in that file. Such a yeah, the way I fixed this last time was I just discarded all of them. sort of a hack. Nice. Yes, we got it. Perfect. Perfect. I wonder if it's freezing the. I'm a push because. Okay, so I think that's the last thing. If we can get that, then I think we have everything to make the animate. Like as an Iron Man, what is it like? Flies from the front or something? Oh, nice. That is really smooth. Really smooth. Oh, I can change the pause duration. 0.2. Oh no, going more. Everything still works, I guess. Okay, no, it's all fun. That's typical cloud stuff. Oh my. I think I'm gonna switch to windsurf. I just hate this. So basically, if you reject one change, it's going to reject everything in the file, including prior changes that worked here. So even though it was working for a moment, that means I would need to like go in and manually fix everything. This is not a big change though, so maybe I could just. Looks like it even rejected things from prior. Okay, I just need to make sure. Always commit immediately when you get something that's even partially working. 'Cause it's like, otherwise the next change is you just totally can't go back really unless you yeah, it's just not a very good workflow here. It kind of makes me wonder, do they actually use the product, the cursor people? Because they just keep making updates that are really bad. That is very well. Like the checkpoints but barely work. Like it's like a roll of the dice whether the checkpoints are going to work or not. I feel like in general though, windsurf is just UI and mostly things work. All things. See, is it smooth? Nice, very smooth. Okay, great. This is working really well. Very nice. Let's see if it'll work even if I change the animation speed. Nice. Try with the tilt effect. I think it does anything. That's kind of cool. This, some of these are kind of ridiculous. All right, but this works pretty well. All right, cool. I think I'm gonna take a break. I think this is pretty good progress. I think I'll stop streaming now.